Hello, guys. Welcome back. And of course, we just came out of the theater and we watched what?
Kraven the Hunter.
Exactly. And obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys know this, that this is Sony's last farewell hurrah of the whole SS universe. Because apparently this is like the officially last one of it. They're not going to make no more of this. This is the last one. They're closing the book for this. So the question is, did this universe succeeded just like the MCU?
Come on. What was the start of it? Morbius?
Morbius.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Well, actually, the start of it was actually Venom. Venom was the start of the whole project that moved everything forward.
Well, that's because Venom did good in the box office, but did poor in reviews.
The budget is 130 million, for the budget.
For this movie?
Yeah, for this, movie alone. So the question is, do you think they're going to make it up for it?
How are they doing right now?
Well, they gained 28.1 million right now in the box office.
They'll get like 35 tops.
Exactly. Yeah. That sucks.
So basically, we know the reviews. Everybody hates this. Everybody's saying that it is worse than Madam Web. And it is worse than anything that the Sony universe ever came out with. And the question is that true? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's actually a little bit more interesting than the other universes, but it's still bad. It's kind of hard to compare this because it is still bad, but it's not that bad like than the other ones that we saw.
I mean, I have to agree with you. I don't know how people are saying Madam Web was better than this. That wasn't even, even if it was hilariously bad, that was still really bad.
Oh, yeah.
This was just a bad movie. It did have the same audio issue. I don't know if anyone else caught that.
Yeah.
There's some bad audio issue stuff. But, I mean, I think surprisingly some of the action made up for it.
Yeah, and we have a good cast as well. We have Russell Crowe in there. And we have Taylor Johnson in there. As Kraven, the main actor. And he did pretty good in Bullet Train. That's what I keep hearing.
And I think the other dude was in the second Gladiator. The mental brother.
Oh, yeah, he was one of the...
he was the other brother. He was a brother in this one, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's funny. It's like nothing is going to escape from his brotherly role. But let's go right into it then. So, what do you guys think of this movie? Do you guys want to go first? Which one? Ocean or The Boy?
So I personally, I didn't hate this film. I thought it was just a mediocre film. Mm-hmm. I mean, it made me chuckle and didn't make me laugh hard, but there's some stupid ass dialogue, which Ocean just read it earlier.
It was funny.
This movie was just okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it was probably the best one out of Morbius. What else? Definitely better than Venom. Definitely. Venom sucked.
Venom the Last
I did not like Venom. Obviously better than Madam Web. The writing was bad in this, but the villain was bad in this, but he was a little bit more memorable than all the other villains.
Yeah. So quick question, who was the villain?
It was the Rhino.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That caught me off guard. I thought he wasn't going to be the villain. I thought he was just going to be a little side plot.
I mean, I find it how he became a villain was kind of funny, but I mean, the foreigner was weird.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
He did the Iron Man, the guy that in Iron Man 2. Remember how you haven't seen it? Oh, no. How he became a villain.
Because
he ignored him or something in the elevator.
That's exactly what happened here. And you know what? I was like, that's fucking stupid. But I mean, so far the cast was fine. I enjoyed Russell Crowe. I mean,
do you love his accent? Some people say right here they don't understand him.
No, surprisingly I could understand him.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I mean, the thing with Russell Crowe these days, I feel like he doesn't care about acting. But I could be wrong because I heard he did act his ass off in The Exorcist or something like that. But I didn't watch that. Yeah. But he just has that monotone thing. But I'm like, hey, he did the accent, something that Joaquin Phoenix didn't fucking do. I mean, this film was okay. I think I had somewhat fun with it. I mean, my expectations were really low.
Same here.
So I think that's why I enjoyed it a little bit. But it's still not gonna be you know what, go watch it and support. No, because they messed up with all their other projects that they've done. They have been horrible, but for somehow I think this one was better than the rest.
Oh, okay, nice.
For somehow, I don't know how.
All right, Ocean. What else? What do you think of this? Do you like it or do you hate it or you're right in between?
It was pretty bad. The writing and the line delivery was so distracting for a lot of scenes.
Oh.
And the way that they it's like they voice acted the lines and then put it over.
Okay. So
movie.
There was some scenes where it sounded like they said it, like they voice acted it. It bothered me. It really did bother me, but it didn't Madam Web bother me.
No, Madam Web is only one guy. This one was way worse.
Yeah, did you know that there was a lot of rewrites through this, so it probably makes sense.
That's why. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was really annoying. In the beginning, I thought it was I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. It's about poachers. And then it lost the plot, and the plot just had no direction, and it was just a bunch of random shit, and it became pointless, and it was really bad. I think it's worse than Madam Web.
So what do you thought of the whole gore now? Because remember, there was no blood in the Sony universe until now. Do you think it got better because of that, or it got worse?
It was fine, but it was so mild. It was still
yeah.
I don't think that was even rated R.
I mean,
it's appreciated in my opinion, though.
I mean,
it could have been worse without the blood, because remember Morbius when he scratched somebody, it's you see nothing.
I forgot he scratched. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happened.
I guess it doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah.
I think
I can suspend my disbelief in a movie. If someone's acting like they're hurt, I don't really need to see gore. That's not really my thing.
I see. So you want more overacting, like Rhino, how he's screaming in the
camera.
No,
she's saying she doesn't.
If it's there or not, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't add much, is what she's saying.
I actually like Rhino, even though he's one of the worst characters. I just love it that he probably knows he's in a terrible movie, so he's just acting overreacting. I did
appreciate his acting because he was weird.
Where the guy walks in the room and he makes that random noise.
Oh yeah, he screeched. I don't know why he did
no reason.
Yeah, But you know what? I'm for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it.
That's what he probably thinking in his mind. It's this is a terrible. I saw it behind the scenes. I don't like it, so I'm gonna overact.
It did feel like he was overacting. You're right. I think he did, but I enjoyed him. I don't know why I enjoyed him. Probably because I had to find something I enjoyed in this damn film. I mean, I think just the action helped the movie a little bit better than all the other films that they came out with.
So what do you else think about Calypso? Do you actually enjoy that character, or do you think?
I don't really know who that is, but
that was the person who saved them.
I know.
Yeah, but
I mean, outside of that, I don't really care. She was just a boring lawyer to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She just showed up.
Yeah.
This is a great one. All right, she's there.
She didn't really mention anything otherwise until the end, and it was very vague, and it doesn't matter anyway. So
true.
I hated all the flashback stuff.
Oh, the flashback with the mother and stuff? Yeah.
Well, them as kid, too. It was, stupid.
Yeah, I get you.
The mother thing was, totally unnecessary. That was so weird. There was, a part where it was, Kraven in the woods, and then it would just flash to his mom for no reason. I was like, what the fuck was that?
I guess just we'll talk in spoilers.
It's good. Yeah,
we'll talk more, yeah. But don't worry. All right, so let me get it out of the way. Yes, it is definitely a movie that I think you could definitely miss. If you're curious and you're one of those guys who just want to go for fun with friends and just laugh and point at Sony for fucking up for the 11th time, you could laugh at it. If not, you're not missing much. Just make sure you bring your expectations very low. It's very true, boy. Because if not, if you're coming into this film going this is going to be one of the best films, no, it's not. Even if they did bring in some gore and some blood, it still didn't really matter. And I did not like the CGI at all. With the whole animals things, I'm oh, that looks bad. But I'm at least they're trying here. And obviously this is their, series finale or their movie finale with this whole thing. The only problem that I hate about this is they always make the villains into an anti-hero kind of thing.
Yeah.
Always. They don't want to make them the bad guy for some reason. I don't know why. they're afraid to do the villain arc. You know, like what they're supposed to do and actually go after Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like, remember the whole thing with the, you know, Morbius teaming up with, you know, the Vulture.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna put up together a team, and then what? We're not doing nothing with that.
No.
So what is wrong with that? I hate it so much, and it's supposed to happen like that.
It's too late.
I guess
If they lost too much money.
Exactly, but I'll give Sony a one more redemption thing if they could do. Is if they're gonna make it something so terrible, I would like to see a movie where all of them come for one last hurrah. Just have Kraven, Morbius, just all of them that fall Sinister Six, just having a good time. You know, just go crazy with it. It doesn't even matter. Like, put them in a battle royale at the most. I would like to have fun with that at least. And laugh.
Yeah, but I mean, it's over. They cut their losses.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. So you know what? I don't care if it's over, even though it is something that they really wanted to start from the beginning and it failed. So now, obviously, Marvel's the one who's gonna have, Spider-Man. They're gonna do something with them. Something better. So either way, let's go to final verdict so we could spoil the hell out of this. Go ahead, boy.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a C-. That's what I think of this film. It was fun to laugh at and point at. It was too long though. Like, could have been shorter.
It was long. It was 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Yeah, it should have been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Would have saved it if it was just shorter. Too.
Yeah.
They could have saved a little bit more money probably if they cut some of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a C-. I think it's the best one of them. I just really didn't find any Venom funny. I thought it was all bad. I thought Tom Hardy was bad. Same thing. Better than Morbius. Jared Leto, terrible in that film. What else came out? What was the other one? Madam Web, of course. I mean, I think it's way better than Madam Web. There's at least some action there.
Yeah, and believe it or not, this is one of the things that actually brought back, cancel a lot of the, Sony other plans that they were going to have. They were going to make Spider-Woman. They were going to make El Muerto, the wrestler.
Yeah.
And obviously, even Gwen movie, but I guess they canceled those too.
They canceled it all.
Yeah, they're done with this. They're officially done. And it's sad because you kind of wanted to see what else they could actually bring up, but not like this. Yeah, so obviously a C. So how about yourself, Ocean? What do you think of this?
C-.
Like a D. It doesn't really feel like humans worked on this, honestly.
Damn, that's crazy. Okay.
The lines were so weird. Like, the way that they were formatted, there's no way someone wrote that. And who knows, even the CGI might have been like AI. There was points where, the arm of the cheetah, it looked like a human arm. Like, when it was moving, I was like, what the fuck was that?
It got lost in the process.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, the beginning was I didn't know anything about this movie, and I thought it would be, about poachers or something. And I was like, that's cool. But it just got so lost.
Yeah, it got mixed with the other
to be a superhero
stuff.
movie. Well, that's why.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, you're not a big fan of Spider-Man villains, right?
Well, I mean,
No, I
Kraven
don't
the
like
Hunter,
Marvel.
I don't even know too. I'll be honest, but I just know he just hunts Spider-Man for a challenge.
Yeah,
he's a bad guy.
Yeah,
but they made him a anti-hero.
Yeah, the hunt is what he lives for, and yet he want always a challenge, and that was Spider-Man.
Yeah, this wasn't.
But there's no challenge here. He was basically destroying everybody
Yeah.
until Rhino. It's
and the Foreigner. You forgot about.
Oh,
him.
I forgot about that guy. He's so easily forgettable. If you think about it, he could have been not even here.
Yeah.
The time dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They could have cut him completely, but he was also probably the coolest one.
I think he was the interesting one.
Yeah.
But they could have just cut him completely.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
They kind of just, I don't know.
I
No,
mean,
I agree
I
with
was
that.
in for him. He was weird.
I just forgot about him. Every time when he does show, he does do his cool powers, but I'm just I almost kind of want to say even Calypso is probably more noticeable than him, at least in my opinion. I think she was more memorable than him. I legitimately forgot about the Foreigner until you guys brought him up, and I almost forgot about
No,
it.
I remembered him because of his turtle.
What?
The turtleneck sweatshirt.
The turtleneck.
He was fighting in it.
No, I turned to Chris and I said he's just serving in that turtleneck.
He
really
was.
is.
And you know what? Hell yeah. You don't see that shit, and he was doing it. He's the Wolfman next month.
He was in Possessor, and that's how I recognize him.
That's like I enjoyed
really
him.
good movie.
So what was your rating?
Like a D.
Okay, D. Okay. No D plus, no D minus, no.
No.
No worry. My rating is definitely going to be an average C. I do had some good moments with this film because my expectations were so low that I knew I was coming into probably one of the worst films ever, but it wasn't. So luckily for me, I had the expectations low and increased it over time. So it started as an F, and each time something funny or unrealistically something happened, it kept going up for me. And it stopped at C after, some of the parts that were just terrible. Like, I know, like, for me, the beginning of it was really interesting. I was actually having fun with
the prison?
The prison stuff. Yeah. I was really enjoying that part a little bit halfway, and then it kind of just, fell off for me. And it was just, it was still going, like, a little bit bouncing up and forth, but it wasn't that bad. So, obviously, I'm definitely going to give this a C. It's one of the better films of Sony that they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, this is definitely the end for Sony, and I'm glad that I was there to witness it at least, seeing it crash and burn. What, you go?
The main villain's also going to be in that new movie that we want to watch, I guess. The
The
Brutalist. But anyways, continue.
Yeah, so I'm glad that this is finally over, so we could actually concentrate on the real star, Spider-Man, instead of just side characters or even villains that they don't even want to portray them as villains. So I'm kind of happy they're actually moving this forward. And just forget about this. Let's just concentrate on the Spider-Man stuff. 100% on Spider-Man, not those villain guys who basically have nothing to do with whatever they're doing.
If they actually knew the characters and written them and stuff like that well, you could do something with them, but
what can they do? You're talking about characters that people don't even remember, only their catchphrases of the people public, like it's Morbin time, or
that's because Sony made them a joke.
Exactly, like Madam Web. All you remember is Pepsi because that's all they even talk about and show. And obviously, what else Venom, The Last Dance, Dancing with Chan.
Yeah,
that was horrible. So
yeah,
some people love it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but
I can't get past that scene.
Well, it's funny. Nobody can think of a catchphrase for Kraven.
It's Kraven time. What do you mean,
Kraven
brother?
Time? I have
when I'm hungry, that's what I'm gonna say from now on.
Or that horrible other last name.
He said something when he was talking to Calypso. He said something he was talking himself up. Remember
the karma?
Yeah, during that scene, and I was like, this is so fucking cringy.
Oh, okay. The karma thing. I think I know what you're talking about.
He said something like, no one can beat me or something.
Yeah.
No one can catch me, not even karma. But your brother or something.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting to remember a little bit. Yeah. We'll probably remember after we go.
They just needed to stay quiet the whole film.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It should have been like that, but it's not. Oh, well. It don't matter. Join us on the spoilers because we're going to go over this god-awful, not that bad film, but we're going to go, over it so you don't have to.
A bad film.
Yeah, it's a bad film nonetheless. But yeah, well, thank you for listening, and we will see you on Spoilers.